Onision.
It's gone too far now, man. So that even.
So Onision just made another video about the whole Billie drama, where he starts bringing up entirely different arguments, probably because of the backlash he's received. And he's already purposely taking things out of context 20 seconds into the video. So I'm just gonna play this quick clip just so you can see how fast he resorts to twisting the truth.
What's up? We went through another breakup, and I actually wasn't planning on making a video about this until I got in a big Twitter war with Billie and her friend Ayala. Ayala being a person who told Sarah some time ago that she would stand by Billie even if she knew Billie was wrong. Some people would call that a good friend, other people would call that a fraud or a liar. Depends on who you ask. Anyway, first off, let's check out the penalties for marijuana use in the state of Virginia.
You just had to say something about VA, didn't you, onion boy? Okay, I got something for you. You like fucking talking shit about Virginia, motherfucker? Fuck is wrong? Oh yeah. Oh, you like that, motherfucker? Huh? Talk shit about fucking Virginia? Yeah.
First off, let's check out the penalties for marijuana use in the state of Virginia. If you have a half ounce up to 5 pounds, you could spend up to 10 years in prison.
So as you guys see, he's obviously twisting the truth already. He purposely cites the felony penalties for marijuana, which aren't even for possession. These penalties are for the sale, trafficking, or manufacturing of the drug. And it says it very clearly, so it's not like he misunderstood this in any way, shape, or form. So the real possible penalty that Billie was facing was actually just 30 days in jail and a $500 fine. Because she just smoked a joint. She wasn't riding around with pounds of weed in the car with the intent to sell. This one's probably going to be a little long too, so get comfortable. Before I get into dissecting his video, I'm going to make a few points first. So as we see on the video I made, my response to Onision, your like to dislike ratio is almost equal. However, other videos on this same channel have at least a 10-to-1 like to dislike ratio. Some are even like 50-to-1. And the like to dislike ratio in my response video is over 3-to-1. And yes, as you can see here, I did like my own video. Because this dumbass said, you probably liked your own video. Assuming you have a small account, I'll probably see this. So if you're gonna accuse me of something, at least I think you're trying to accuse me of something, I might as well fucking do it. So this is kind of irrelevant, but I did want to point out the fact that he did change the name of the most recent video. The title was initially Why My Wife and I Dumped Our Girlfriend. Now it's over, I give up, bye. So like I said, the like to dislike ratio on this video is almost even. And if you scroll through the comments, you can see a lot of people disagree with what you said. So the initial video was posted on January 11th, and now this most recent video was posted on the 17th, almost a week later, where now he's kind of changing his tune a bit. So in the best interest of time, let's go ahead into dissecting this bullshit so we can all go on about the rest of our days, shall we?
Just in case you didn't know, a half ounce looks like this. So if you have that much pot in your possession in Virginia, potentially say goodbye to 10 years of your life. Okay, so now you may understand why I personally dumped Billie for committing a crime in the state of Virginia.
So here he is again deliberately trying to twist facts. Once again, those are the felony penalties for distribution that he's citing. And I don't know very many people that roll up a half ounce fucking joint.
Here's the contract I proposed. I said, hey beautiful people, here's our contract we all agree to. One, all—
Hold on a minute. You wrote a fucking contract for your wife and your girlfriend to sign? Who the fuck writes up contracts for relationships? This isn't a business, it's a fucking relationship. We're not talking about products and goods, we're talking about fucking people here, Onision. And now he goes on to contradict himself again.
The only way we would take her back is if she would avoid illegal drug users for a year, with the exception of holidays. Now, Billie and Ayala will rephrase that and say, oh, I tried to keep her from seeing her family. And that's because a good portion of Billie's family members are legal drug users.
So you're basically saying that she can't see her fucking family because you want to be so anal about this fucking weed thing, Greg, which is absolutely fucking retarded to begin with, considering half of our country is legalized medically and states are legalizing recreationally at an alarming rate. It's just absolutely fucking retarded. So yes, Greg, you were saying that she could not see her family and her friends.
Now let me tell you how set Billie's life was before she smoked everything away. I made it very clear to Billie that I was going to buy her a car. Despite her almost being 20, she still doesn't know how to drive, so I was going to teach her how to drive. I was going to pay for her cosmetology school. I was going to pay to fix her teeth. I already paid off her medical debts. I even hired her for quite a few months to do some work for me that amounted to almost $10,000, and you know what she did with that money? She spent it on makeup, gas, and weed. Is that a good decision maker? And then she tried to say, oh, I quit my job for you guys. And my immediate response is, dude, I paid you more than your job would have paid you. And what did you do? You went and committed more crimes in your state. So what are we supposed to do? Continue dating a criminal? And again, I know a lot of you keep going, but bro, weed isn't a big deal. This isn't about weed. It's about committing crimes. If she was here in Washington State and she was 21, it's not really any of my business whether or not she gets high. I even offered for her to get high in a separate building of ours, as it would be legal.
I don't even think you realize you just contradicted yourself again, Greg. First of all, you just said if she was 21 and she was in your state, you wouldn't have a problem with it. However, just before that, you said she's almost 20, which would mean that she's 19. Then you go on to say you would have allowed her to smoke in one of your buildings on your property, even though she's not 21, and you have to be 21 to use marijuana recreationally. So you would be breaking the fucking law, Onision. More so, you keep talking about this criminal argument here, which shows that you might not be intelligent as you like to let on, because anyone with intelligence knows that legality does not equal morality. Just because something's legal does not mean that it's okay. For example, you just completely fucking destroyed a Bible in a video a couple weeks ago, which is completely fucking legal. But in a lot of people's eyes, it's not okay. Also, Greg, you're vegetarian. It would be completely legal for Billie to go out with a gun, sit in a tree, shoot a fucking deer, take it home, fucking skin it, cook it, and eat it. But I know personally that's against your morals. So would you break up with her then, Greg? Or are you just blinded by this stupid ass legality you speak of?
So, we've put up with Billie this long because she's really attractive. And despite her lying to us repeatedly and betraying us repeatedly, we kept going back for more. But this was the final straw. Once she told us she had illegally used drugs. Not legally, because again, I would have been okay with that. But instead, she illegally used drugs. She committed a serious crime as far as the potential time she could spend in prison by association with what she was doing.
If anything, she was guilty of simple misdemeanor possession, which she wouldn't have gone to prison for, because in order to go to fucking prison, you have to have a sentence of at least a year or more. And most of the time, if your sentence is within a year and a half, they'll just keep you in county jail. But thanks for twisting the fucking truth again.
And I'm gonna say this again because stoners tend to be really fucking stupid people.
Oh, so now we're stupid, but at the end of the last video, I thought you said that we were awesome, Greg.
Again, not my position that pot smokers are all terrible people. They're not. Many pot smokers are awesome people. We did, however, give her a chance to repair the relationship, and I proposed a number of things. The first thing, because we obviously can't trust her around weed, was that we not go around illegal drug users for a year. And that, of course, seems reasonable to most people, I would assume. And most people probably want to avoid people committing crimes so they don't wind up in prison themselves. But of course, this was a problem for her because her friend Ayala is even on Twitter bragging about committing crimes right now.
No, Greg, it was a fucking problem for her because her friends smoke weed and her entire family smokes weed. And you're just being an egotistical prude fuck right now. You can try to paint it however you like. You can say illegal as many times as you fucking want. You can call it criminal as many times as you want. You can say it's breaking the law as many times as you fucking want. But as I said before, morality does not equal legality and the other way around. Just because it's illegal in that particular state doesn't mean that she's a terrible fucking person. Doesn't mean that her family are terrible fucking people. And you're trying to be manipulative and controlling by saying that she can't be around these people. So honestly, I can't believe that it's not her that dumped you.
Here she's talking about me asking Billie to get a fake tan, dye her hair green, and shave off her eyebrows. That's right, I asked people to do some crazy shit in relationships to prove that they actually care. And she's talking about another time that Billie betrayed us. You see, Billie just keeps fucking people over and she knows she can get away with it because she's pretty.
Okay, no, she just keeps fucking you over, Greg, and she knows she can get away with it because you're a dumbass. And secondly, dye your hair green and shave off your eyebrow. What the fuck kind of manipulative, controlling shit are you on, bruh?
Like, for instance, if people decided to hit up Billie's house and find a shitload of legal weed in there, because apparently everyone in the household illegally smokes it, I guess everyone's going to jail for around 10 to 25 years. Well, I'm sorry, if they had 5 pounds to 100 kilograms in their house, they could go to jail for 5 to 30 years.
Okay, first of all, you're a fucking snitch. Second of all, they don't have 5 pounds in the house, you stupid fuck. And good job once again citing the absolute maximum if that were the case. And what sucks is the majority of the people that watch this video are too stupid to even realize that he's doing this.
Here she is again, being dishonest as fuck. She's saying I told Billie she couldn't see her family for a year just so we would consider taking her back. Again, we didn't say her family. We said illegal drug users.
Yeah, Greg, you didn't say her family. You just used other words. Like, for example, saying, I don't want you to be around white people. You didn't particularly say her family, but you know her fucking family's white. You're really not that fucking stupid.
She also points out that I told Billie at one point to shave her head to prove her loyalty, and at another point I gave her an option to tattoo "I'm a liar" just above her butt for the sake of us taking her back. Stop. Have you guys ever been lied to in a relationship? You have any relationship experience whatsoever? Okay, for those of you who actually do have some experience with relationships, just have some room to judge what's going on, did you like being lied to? Did you stay with that liar? A lot of you are probably saying, no, I didn't stay with that liar because I'm not a dumb shit. Now I ask you, that liar that you broke up with, what would it take for you to take that lying piece of shit back? Something grand, right? Something like them tattooing "I'm a liar" just above their butt. That would really show how dedicated they are and how sorry they are. If you don't see my point, then that's fine. Your logic is simply just not compatible with my rationale.
No, Greg, if we don't agree with your logic, we're just not sadistic sociopathic fucks. You literally had the nerve to tell this girl to tattoo "I'm a liar" on herself? You know they did away with scarlet letters like a fucking 100 years ago or some shit, right? This is literally damn near fucking Nazi, bro. And the fact that you said this to your YouTube channel and broadcast it to the entire world really makes me wonder what you're like behind closed doors.
I could say that Billie shot up a whole school bus full of kids, and you people would be like, oh, fucking Onision, piece of shit, outing her for shooting all those kids.
Really, dude? That fucking low. Now you're comparing her smoking a joint with her family in a state that is not illegal, even though it's pretty much illegal every fucking where now, to her shooting up a school bus full of children. Emotional pondering much? Apples to oranges much? Are you fucking serious, Greg? Fuck out of here, man.
I know for a fact that when you argue with facts using only opinions and ego, you will fucking lose.